everyone. Maybe like
Hey, what's up, guys?
organize.
Hey,
Hey, dude.
I have an idea also. We can still go live, like from our phones, me and
Mm-hmm.
Fabio, from our own personal accounts.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just have to figure out like the sound. I think it should be fine actually.
You don't think that'll be feedback?
I'm just a little worried. I guess we shouldn't. It does suck that we can't go live together.
Yeah.
Sabrina, can you make Gabe a co-host so that he can screen share?
I make him a co-host?
Yeah, because I left the call, so I made you the host.
Wait, guys,
Oh,
actually, I have to be, for some reason, Zoom meeting isn't working for video capture. I think we do have to do Google Meet.
oh
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
okay. I think I could just do it on my phone then. I can just be on my phone. I don't need to be on my computer. So you want us to go back into the Google room?
Yeah. Just
Okay.
because I can't share Zoom.
You can't screen share?
No.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
It
what's
works.
up?
The audio's fine. The quality's good.
Also, I couldn't decide on a winner, so we'll just go with whatever Gabe thinks.
Okay, I got it.
It was so hard.
I got it. I got it. There were so many good ones.
There really were.
Okay. I swear I started preparing at like noon, and it's still last minute. There's no way.
These things are hard.
I know. Okay, cool. It's working very well though. Okay, I'm gonna go live on my personal Insta, and Robert, you're gonna log in and tell me if you can hear all four of us and the.
Okay.
Give me just a sec. Stream. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Okay. Okay. Tell me how it is, and I'll play some remixes.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage. Stranger, you know, you paint my flaws like you wish you could paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my
Alright, I see you
name.
live.
You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Pretty good. Check it out, guys.
Are you lonely? Do you ever turn out to be phony? Are you sick and bad, feeling achy? Is that why you have so much time to stalk my life?
Oh, but I'm gonna share my screen so that you guys can hear the music here in this Google Meet. That would be good. Okay. Check this out and check this out. Now,
You are really
you guys
looking
can
like you're
hear the music.
crazy. Something about me just makes you angry. So you scream at every chance you get. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Cool. So you guys can hear the remix.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Let me.
Yeah, I think that all works good.
Yeah. Cool. I just have to make it work on mobile. Okay. Cool. And how's it looking on my Instagram stream? Can you hear everybody? It's hard to tell because we weren't talking. All right. Let me.
Yeah, I think that all works. I can hear myself.
I think it will. I think it's just that the song might be way louder than the voices on Instagram, so I'm just gonna turn the song down.
Okay.
Compared to the voices, and then you guys just might have to turn up accordingly. But I know you guys came here to turn up, so.
So are we also going live on our own personal Instagrams, Sabrina, or are we just
I
doing
don't
Yeah,
think I can because I'm on my phone for the Google Meet. I was gonna do that when I was on Zoom.
Okay. Yeah. We're just gonna stream on the Fader stuff because until we get IG Live for creators, it's just like way too hard to do multiple. It's just like
Yeah, I'll do a story post.
I have like a mess on my computer of like different things that are making this work, and I don't want it to get any more complicated.
Mhm.
Yeah. Are we able to see the stream like comments and stuff?
See the comments. You might have to participate in. You might have to somehow get into the stream. Can you watch the stream on your computer, or you can watch the YouTube stream on your computer?
Oh, okay. I wonder if I can watch the Fader stream. Anyways. And stuff.
See
yeah.
the comments.
People want to know the live stream
okay.
stuff.
So it's cool. I can see my personal account live stream. I'm gonna switch to the Fader account live stream now.
Okay.
So it'll be ready to go at 3. And yeah, I have everything in
What if I can...
Can someone send me a text with the Fader Instagram password?
Oh, see if I have it on my computer. Let me look. I have it.
I think I'm gonna go into Instagram and change it. Since I have like 2 seconds left, I'm just gonna change it and then I'll share it with you after.
Oh, the password?
Yeah, just because then I'll.
Okay.
Just 'cause I have like 5 minutes. I feel like that's the fastest way to.
Wait, are you gonna change? I have it. I
You
the
have
password.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Can you just text it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I just did a broadcast message.
Okay, cool.
We'll just say it on the stream. I think I actually might have accidentally already started the YouTube stream, but hello to everyone on YouTube.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone out there.
I'm gonna switch to my headphones so I can get feedback through my mic.
Okay, cool. Everyone said hi back on YouTube.
Are there a lot of people on YouTube right now?
I don't think so. I think there's like less than 5. I don't think people are gonna go to YouTube. I think the only reason they went to YouTube last time was because we told people to at the last second. But I think as long as we don't tell people to at the last second, they're all just gonna be on Insta.
Okay, I'm posting this on my story. Why isn't it posting? Okay. That's there. I think we can just go live on Insta already and just
Okay.
give it a minute for
Cool.
people to
All right.
file in.
I just started.
Can you see me?
No, I can't right now.
Okay, you
Oh,
can
no,
see
I
me now.
can. Yeah, no, I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
On Insta already and just give it a minute for people to You're live on Fader?
I hit stream. I don't think it's quite started yet. Oh, yeah, we're live. Hey, what's up, everyone? Oh, we already have 15 people. What's up, people?
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Welcome.
hi, everybody.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
We are very excited to go through your tracks and choose the winners today. There have been some incredible submissions, which we have.
Seriously.
It's
Blown away.
and you know, I feel like I myself should have submitted, not to win, but just to mess around with your vocals, Sabrina. I feel like this was a missed opportunity, but I'll do it anyway. I'll do it anyway post competition,
Yeah.
so it doesn't feel like I'm interfering.
Next time.
Uh,
I want to try to I want to be able to see like comments somewhere.
yeah.
So I want to figure out where I can do
Also,
this.
if you're in the chat and you have submitted a remix, just let us know what your username on Fader is, and we'll try and make sure we play it if you're in the chat. Also on YouTube. Cool, cool.
Okay. I stole Ethan's phone so I can go on. So I can watch the live stream. I don't. Oh, you are live. Okay, good. Oh, there's a delay. That's amazing.
Yeah, this
We
is
are
pretty...
in the future. Did you hear this? It happened. It happened a couple of minutes already. All right, cool.
Yeah, so at 3 I'll open up I'll open up the contest page. We can let everyone know what's on the line today, and we can start playing remixes. Like I said, yeah, if you're on Fader, send us your name, and we will try to make sure that we play your remix. I'm gonna start pulling up some of the ones that people are already sharing. We got Harris Mason.
Yeah, I think we should play like a minute. We'll try to play as many as we can. So we'll play like a minute of yours. But I do want to let everybody know that we did listen to every single song. And we had over 600 submissions. So please don't feel bad if we aren't able to play it, or if, you guys, like, there were so many good entries. And it was so hard to even pick 3. Next time we need to have like a top 10 or something.
I know,
like,
yeah.
It was insane.
I know, you guys went really hard, and yeah, just so everyone knows, we listened to all of them, and we just narrowed it down for the stream because we always have limited time. There's no way we could listen to all 600, so. But
During the stream. During the stream right now.
Yeah,
but we did listen to them all on our own. I went through last night. Me and Gabe went through and listened to every of them, and I've been listening to them as they've been coming in. So your song was heard.
And I see some of the people in the chat posting their username, and some of you, they're already in the queue for playing because, we picked like, I mean, it was hard to pick, but some of them are already in the queue. If not, like I said, drop your username and we'll make sure. And yeah, we can only play so many, but we're gonna try and play as many as we can. And even if your remix is not played, we really appreciate you guys submitting them. There was like Sabrina said, there was so many good ones. It was mind blowing. And it's looking like it is 3 p.m. So, all right, guys, welcome. We're gonna officially start. Sabrina, do you want to tell people what's on the line today?
Yeah, so first prize, $1,000. Don't spend it all in one place. Second prize, $500. Third place, $250. We're also giving $500 for the most likes. So whoever was out there sharing and getting people to basically vote for you, you will get that one. And then we're going to do a $500 for a fan raffle. So if you're tuning in now and you didn't submit a remix, you still have time to go through and like one of the entries, and then you will be entered in the fan raffle. And then everyone that submitted, all 600 people are going to get Fadr Plus. And just so you know, Fadr Plus is growing. You get more and more stuff with Fadr Plus every week because we are constantly developing new things for you. And we have something really, really awesome coming very soon that's going to be included. So just because you submitted an entry, you are going to get access to that. So, because we wanted to make sure we gave everybody something for participating. All right, without further ado.
Yes, let's get into it. So, right now we're in no particular order. We're just showing off some cool remixes that got submitted. So here, this one's first on my list. I think we featured this one on our Instagram. So.
And we'll probably play just like a minute of them because we want to try to play as many of yours as we can.
Okay, yeah. Well, wasting no time. Let's hear the first one. Thank you to IDYU Music for submitting this one.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you could paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Okay, cool.
That one was so good. That one gave me like K-pop vibes. I love all the different elements that they added and how creative they got with it. And a lot of people, and this is just a recommendation I will give to a lot of the ones that I listen to, just some constructive criticism. I heard so many tracks that it felt like it didn't. I wanted you to take my vocals, and embody them and make your own creation. But so many of you, it just didn't felt like they were connected. It was just like a track and then just my vocals on top, and it didn't feel like connected. Whereas IDYU really took his style and my vocals and meshed it together, and it sounded so good and so well put together. And I thought they did such a great job.
Yeah,
I love the pitch down vocoder in the pre-chorus. Is so tight. It's difficult to actually criticize or critique this record. The one thing I personally would have loved to hear, and maybe this is more of an engineering point of view, but a drier vocal in the front to make it feel a little bit more intimate, so that when you get to the pre-chorus and the chorus, it blows up. You can have that reverb. You can make things sound spacious.
The only problem is that we didn't give them dry vocals.
Okay. Well, you could still take the reverb off with plugins, but yeah, for sure. You know what?
Yeah.
Then that's okay. It's okay. It still sounds amazing.
Yeah, some of you have asked me for dry vocals.
That pre-chorus was so hype with the I heard the clock ticking was the middle by Zed, but I don't even care if it's kind of a reference because it was just so sick. But yeah, okay, let's keep it going.
Also, while we're playing other people's tracks, we are community here, leave feedback in the comments, what you liked or what you didn't like, or not what you didn't like, or what they could work on, stuff like that. Let's make this an interactive stream.
Yeah, and for people in the comments asking how to get yours played, just send your Fadr username into the Instagram chat, and I'll add it into the queue. The queue's a bit long, and I can't play them all, and I might miss it, but I'll do my absolute best. All right. This one is from Nern, and it looks like Sides loved it, so we already know where she stands.
Honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me.
hope you're out there
Hard.
watching. If there was a prize for just like raw sound design, that would be the winner. Like that belongs on like the Skrillex album, to be honest.
Yeah, that makes us feel like next time we should have categories like best sound design, best whatever. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
most different from the original.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was so crazy to me. And again, I really thought they embodied like the emotion and the vibe of my song. So that was really cool. I loved it.
I loved it too, but I think there was a missed opportunity actually to blend the vocals to the production a bit more. You've got this super choppy production, which is very rhythmic, and what I would have loved to have heard is a glitch effect on phrases in the vocal to match the rhythm that was going on in the background. And I think by being able to blend the two together, it would feel like they were a bit more synergized. I mean, the production is amazing. Obviously, we know the vocals are amazing already. But when I'm listening to a record, and I'm not listening here as an engineer or producer, I'm just listening as someone who's enjoying it. I want to feel the two mesh together as best as possible.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's kind of a common theme. We heard some that kind of sounded like they were working on a great track, and then they just kind of dropped her vocal in, and then some went above and beyond to like make it make sense between the two.
Yeah, and something maybe you could have done to like easily do that is maybe just add some like vocal chops in the drop just to like connect it to the song a little bit. And I did see a few of you do that, and that like I liked that because like I said, for me, the ones that got an immediate like kind of like next for me were the ones that it felt like two completely separate songs. And even though you can mess around with different genres and that would be fine, but it still has to be a cohesive song. But to me, I still really liked this one because I do think it like catered to the element of the vibe, the angstiness of the song, you know, like it did connect for me.
Someone was saying in the chat like it kind of has like a freaky like chord progression, like it's kind of like it's a little bit like just like almost scary. It was a little freaky, and so like it kind of makes sense, I guess. Thinking back to
and I do like the drama of it, like when it was like the space and like the drama, and I could see that playing into, you know, whatever, if it was like a music video or like to film or whatever, that I think would go together. So yeah, I really like this one.
Cool. All right, let's keep it going. So we have a lot of people, and obviously this is really cool. But with a remix contest, you get a ton of hard EDM with like powerful drops that get your attention, which is dope. But we also had some people making like something cool and chill. So let's hear Banana Agent. Thank you for submitting. Here's your remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. Are you lonely? Did your lover turn out to be phony? Are you sick in bed feeling achy? Is that why you have so much time to stalk my life? 'Cause quite frankly, you are really looking like you're crazy. Something about me just makes you angry. So you scream at every chance you get.
So yeah, something different from Banana Agent. What did you guys think?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It ran well with the vocals. Like it really it all like integrated really nicely.
The amount of musical talent, specifically melodically, that we're seeing from track to track is quite phenomenal. Yeah, I'm sort of like blown away. I don't care that we're switching genres. It's like just as exciting to listen to. This is your a cappella so far sounds live version, Sabrina. This is the one you do with the gospel choir in the background.
I loved it. I loved the shaker and like the percussion in it, and then like the syncopated chords. Also got to give a huge shout out to my girl producers out there. I know there's few and far between. So
Oh yeah.
gotta give it up.
Do you know
for
this
her.
producer?
I think so, yeah, because she commented and I checked her profile.
Oh, okay,
I don't know.
yeah.
I always refer to everybody as they because I just never know these days.
Uh-oh.
But
Sabrina,
yeah.
someone's asked in chat, who did you think of when you made the song?
Oh, I wrote it about so I wrote it on YouTube because I was like making content for YouTube, and I was just writing about like all the hate comments I get on the internet.
Okay.
And like when somebody leaves me a hate comment, it's like, "Oh, you think I suck?" Like I think I suck. You know what I mean? Because it's
Oh,
like we all
yeah.
think we like kind of suck a little bit, you know? I don't know. Maybe you guys don't, but I do. I'm always like I suck. So
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, join the freaking club. You don't like me? I'm the meanest person to myself, you know?
Right.
Like when I would sing a gig and a band leader would yell at me for making a mistake, I'd be like, I'm more mad at myself for making this mistake
Uh-huh.
right
Yeah.
now.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So thank you, Banana Agent. Really like that one. Sadly, we've got to move quick, trying to do a ton of them. One theme we saw this time around was a lot of drum and bass. Our fans are really in the drum and bass era, clearly. So I think maybe I'll group up all the drum and bass ones, and we can have our drum and bass hour here. But starting off, a classic Fadr supporter, single-handedly keeping our Discord alive. Ascendo, thank you so much for being a great fan of Fadr. And without any further ado, we'll start off DMB hour with Ascendo's remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you could paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes you stay sad too.
Okay, yeah, Ascendo, really strong, starting us off on DMB hour.
I love it when I hear some space, because some of you guys like to go really, really crazy and you don't give like any space, and then even if just like a split second, I really like that. So yeah, amazing.
And I know you're a big part of the electronic music community here, Fabio. Where's your head at here?
I grew up on drum bass, DJing drum bass on vinyl like so many years ago. So this was very close to home. Little things I want to point out. Love that tuned snare, especially in the introduction. It's like very contemporary. It's something that we hear in pop a lot. I love that you integrated that into a drum bass track. Love the chops on the chorus. It's uplifting, and I like that because it's in contrast to what Sabrina's singing about. So you've got this kind of uplifting track, but Sabrina's kind of singing about something a bit deeper, but the two work really well together.
Yeah, very cool. I have to say, room for improvement for me on the sound design and mixing front. It's good, but it could be up a level. Like, we're at the 8 out of 10, and some people did come to this remix contest at the 10 out of 10 level. So I could see a little bit punchier, a little bit less muddy drum samples, especially from the kick. But I think like arrangement wise and everything, it was a huge hit. I really liked halfway through the drop when you hit like the chop synth back into the drop. That was a good moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Moving on, more drum and bass. Thank you, Andy Wake, for submitting. Here's your remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name.
So that one is kind of insane. And when
Insane.
the first 30 seconds, I was like, wait, did I mislabel this one? Was this one DNB? Because it was just like a cool, chill track, and then it kind of like creeps up out of nowhere.
We were just talking about contrast in the last track. This one has even more so. The sound design is wicked. How you go from this toy pitch modulating piano to what sounds like an acoustic guitar to just like the dirtiest sounds ever. I was not ready for that at
Yeah,
all.
I'm actually gonna just have to give this one a like on Fadr, at the very least.
Yeah, I loved like where it went and the build, and I do think in the future you guys should consider like I know typically in a song you wouldn't start off with your hardest hitting thing first, but in a remix contest I would, especially like even bigger ones, like I would try to think about like starting even just like some introductions of like what's leading up to it, because a lot of people might skip over, like if you some of you left like the last cool thing all the way to the end, and I actually listened to them all, so I was like, oh my god, I wish I like imagine if I skipped, like I've only listened to like the first 30 seconds, where so many remix contests it is going to be like that they're only really going to listen to the first 30 seconds. So it might be something you want to like consider. I'm just like planting seeds for you guys, just to like put something that's going to be like this is coming, because you don't want them to just skip it, you know, or like miss out on it.
Right.
That's just something I noticed when I was listening to them all. But it was really obviously like really, really good. And also, Gabe, side note, just check your text.
Yeah, his is in the queue. He's in the queue.
Okay, cool.
He's in the queue. But I don't think, if I remember correctly, he's not part of drum and bass hour. You can't be in drum and bass hour unless you're drum and bass. So.
Oh, okay, we're in drum and bass hour. Got it.
So this, I believe Numi is also, I believe I also saw Numi in the chat. Thank you so much for submitting, and here's your remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Yeah, double chop.
So yeah, shout out to Numi, and I think the comment captured it best. Like, this is classic DMB, like Pendulum.
I'm probably going to have whiplash by the end of this Instagram live, so I will be sending Fadr the bill and all the producers.
Wait till we get to the rock
Still
ones.
play Mouse, yeah. So yeah, what are you guys thinking? Any feedback for Numi?
I love that they added the vocal chops. I feel like I gave so much, especially for the EDM people, like so much to work with as far as like vocal chops. There was a lot to do, so I was a bit disappointed when I heard so many drops without them, because it's like they're right here, you know. There's so many of them to work with, and so that one did it, and I really did appreciate that. As a vocalist, my points are always going to go to the ones that like use the vocals.
Okay.
So
Right.
I think there could have been more automation on the vocals during the build up, again to match what was going on in the production. What I did really like is the angstiness of the production when it went to those "Hate Me" lines. That I felt had the best relationship so far in the drum and bass tracks with regards to the melodies, the sound design, and what Sabrina's singing about.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say the exact same thing. In the build up, it felt like the track was building up, and there could have been like a washout or even just a filter, something on the something simple on the vocals.
Right.
And also, I'm seeing in the chat people are saying the original BPM was asking for DMB remixes, so that I think maybe explains this. Um, Very cool. So we had some really cool stuff. Now, one thing that we really like to see is like, and we told you guys, and for the next remix contest, when you take it into a whole different genre than it started in, we'd love to see that. We have obviously like even EDM is different than the original, but it's just really cool to see people do like things that are really really different. So yeah, let's highlight some of that stuff. First of all, huge change up from DMB. This is from J Keys Beats, and I believe he's in the chat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, are you here?
Yeah.
We definitely had like a lot of really cool like Afro-Cuban kind of like beats coming through, and this one was my favorite for sure of that genre. This one really tied it together for me.
Cool. And we have, yeah, I see we have other people who are saying they did like Emma Piano or any kind of African stuff. So if you have that, send me your username and I'll queue it up. But let's start off with J Keys Beats.
Takes a lot of nerve to sabotage. Stranger, you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. Are you lonely? Did you
Drum
ever turn out to be phony? Are you sick in bed feeling achy? Is that why you have so much time to stalk my life? 'Cause quite frankly, you are really looking like you're crazy.
So yeah, thank you, J Keys.
Yeah, I loved the melodies that he added, or they added.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I refer to everyone as they.
I thought it was really cool. I love how it just started right off with like just a fill that just instantly hooked you into the groove. It reminded me of like how like Pharrell's beat tag, he'll just like just really just get you into the groove instantly. So that was my favorite part.
This brought me back to like an old Mariah Carey and Busta Rhymes song. It like gave me those feels. I would say one of the things that I felt could have improved here was there wasn't a discernible difference between the verse and the chorus. I felt like the beat was kind of the same all the way through until we got to the more sparse vocal chops and the instrumental was more in focus. So I would play around with doing things as simply as try taking the bass out on the pre-chorus or lightening some of the elements, maybe add a shaker on the chorus so that you're re-engaging the listener from section to section.
Okay. Yeah. I think maybe I would say the same thing. Like I noticed it when I was like, when do I pause this one? Because it never really came, like I'm normally pausing it when it comes down to dynamics. And then this one was kind of, and that can be cool as far as just keeping a nice chill vibe going, but you do need to have some kind of arrangement. I agree. Okay, so someone else has told me that they also submitted one in this style. Thank you to the Real Freaky Daddy for this one.
The Real Freaky Daddy.
Yes, that's what you guys are in for a treat if I'm understanding correctly. So yeah, without further ado, here's the Real Freaky Daddy.
It takes a lot of nerve to sabotage. A stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Cool. Yes. Thank you for submitting.
Yeah, I definitely loved like the drum vibes. And you know, I like good on for those of you guys that like change the BPM and like change the feel, like definitely made it a much harder task for yourself. So I do like appreciate that challenge. And I can tell that like it made it harder, because if I had sung these vocals in this style, the whole track probably would have sounded more put together. So the fact that you only had that kind of vocals that I gave you and turned it into this is really impressive to me. I think one thing I would have liked to see a little bit more is a little bit more like high-end melodies or higher frequency melodies, kind of like, because the drums were killing, that was all going for you, but I just felt like I missed out on that like super like memorable melody in the background of some sort. Yeah. I don't know if you guys agree.
I did notice it was missing some top end. I thought it was really warm, and that gives you a certain feeling, but it also it's missing that sheen that, you know, the high frequencies bring. So you can still be warm. Even if it's like something really short, it doesn't have to be like a long held out high frequency that's going to make it sound harsh. You can keep that warmth while bringing in percussions that have just a tight transient in that frequency range. So
I do love the percussion in the background. It sounds like a djembe or something like that. However, I do feel like it was fighting for focus between that and the vocal. I think it's really important when you have a track with vocals, those are meant to be the dominant part. Don't be afraid to bring other things down in volume ever so slightly. Remember that sometimes an instrumental's job is actually to support the vocal rather than to be too focal. So I think the production was really good. I love the vibe. Again, a little more arrangement work and just taking some of those parts down to let Sabrina's vocals sing through a little more. Yeah.
And in the chat, I saw some questions, and I just wanted to reiterate for anyone who's new here. We listen to everything, This is just our showcase of some of the ones that we wanted to play for everyone. So anyone who's wondering, yes, your song got listened to. If you submitted, we listened to it. And we're also doing our best to play as many as we can, but we have limited time, so.
Yeah, we already listened to all of them. So your song was listened to 100%. And now we're just playing maybe like a minute of a few of them.
Yeah. So continuing on the category of people who took it into a different place, here is someone who this is one that I really enjoyed. This is someone who took it into a disco territory, which I think is so cool because, like, normally when I listen to a remix, or a song that I have to remix, there's like a few places where it clearly could go, and then for someone to like just kind of take it somewhere where it really wasn't like the obvious choice, and then it worked is really cool. So let's check out the Shade J disco remix.
Are they here? Shade J, are you here?
Yeah, Shade J, if you're around, drop us a comment.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage. Stranger you don't know, you paint my flaws like you wish you could paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes are you lonely? Did your love turn out to be phony? Are you sick and bad, feeling achy? Is that why you have so much time to stop my life? Cause my frankly, you are really looking like you're crazy. Something about me just makes you angry.
Yeah.
that one really sick.
That slaps.
That one blew me away. For sure. I loved that one. And it is disco, but it's like very modern disco. We had some more like retro disco, which I also really liked. And I felt like, yeah, it was so good. I thought they did such a good job.
In the chat, I'm seeing some comments that are making me realize that like for some reason disco has seemed to like always come back every era in a different way. Because like some people are like, oh, it sounds like 80s disco, and then or 70s disco. Some people are like, oh, it sounds like early Daft Punk, and then some people are like, oh, it sounds like Dua Lipa. So it made me think. But yeah, I agree. Now, is it all sunshine and roses? Almost. I think that a lot of people here are liking the vocoder effect, and I like that you went for the effect on the vocoder, but the execution on it almost sounds like you added a really strict auto tune and then threw on the vocoder, and the auto tune wasn't doing it for me with Sabrina's voice. It was a little bit distracting. Now, instrumentally, I think it was really cool, and I'm also glad you took a risk on the vocal processing, but I have to be honest that it was a bit distracting for me.
I would have started with the chorus. You hate me, I gotta, da-na-na. Start with that in this record because it takes too long to get to that bass line.
That's
fair,
like yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
and you'll see that on a Dua Lipa track. Like she's with those top pop producers who know to hook you like that.
Yeah. Just come in with the hook, 4 bars of that, nice drum fill, boom, straight into that funky bass line. Get those heads bopping. Right, realistically, you've got 5 to 10 seconds, and 10 seconds is being generous here to capture your listener. And that's what Sabrina was pointing out earlier, and it's such a valid point, So get them in quick, especially if it's a pop record. Especially in a dance record, okay, people are more likely to click through, be a bit more lenient, because they know what to expect. But in this case, 4 bars, hate me, I got it, wash it out, drum fill, boom, bass line, let's go.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's super cool. Makes me think in a future remix contest we need to do a feedback stream and then give them a chance to work on it, or something like that, like a midpoint. So yeah, really cool there. Let's go, and and once again we're gonna fly across the world to a new genre, and this is something we just love to see. Is someone, so we see a lot of people producing their remix and, obviously doing sound design, making drops. And every so often we get someone who actually like records themselves, either doing vocals or their own instrument. And that was so cool to see here. I don't think this is a guitar VST. I'm pretty sure Axel Starr has gone ahead and recorded his guitar playing on this. So
he must have.
Yeah, shout out to him.
There's no way it could be a VST.
Yeah, shout out to him, and let's take a listen.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes it stays sad too. You hate me. I get it. Are you lonely? Did your love turn out to be phony? Are you sick and bed, feeling achy? Is that why you have so much time to stop my life? 'Cause quite frankly, you are really looking like you're crazy. Something about me just makes you angry, so you scream at every chance you get. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. Oh, you hate me.
Very cool, very cool. All right, you guys start us off.
Yeah, I really loved how they played the melody in the guitar in the beginning. Like that hit it off for me. Again, I feel like as they were using my vocals from like that very like indie like electro pop whatever style you want to say it is. Like if I had sang this in a rock voice, like that would go even better with the track. And I think with that in mind, like this one was really, really cool.
Yeah. And
Definitely gave me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gabriel.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, me too. When they played the melody at the beginning, I thought that was super cool to see. Especially like I know Sabrina, you've played in like a live context, and when you see and you hear someone do that on stage, you look at them and you're like, okay, yeah, I see you.
Or like to
Yeah.
think about this. I had like the biggest smile on my face. I'm not sure if anyone noticed, and it's because it really reminded me of Sum 41, Blink 182, that garage rock era, which is just like it's so cool, and it's definitely having a bit of a comeback and has done over the past few years. So well done, Axel, for turning a pop song into a pop punk record.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And I wanted to, like, normally I'm trying to pause them so we can hear more, but I was, like, looking for the moment to pause it, and the arrangement was so on point that every time I wanted to pause it, a new part came in. Like, we got through, like, the first long chorus, and, like, I'd be like, that would be a good point to pause it. And then it cut to just vocals, and then it had, like, the phaser distorted drums, which is reminiscent, like, it's definitely a Blink-182 signature, but it works so well and he nailed it so like on point to that reference that I was like, I can't pause here. And then a new chorus comes in with new parts. I'm like, can't pause it here. And then it cuts to acoustic guitar and voice, and it's great. So I can't pause it there. And then the last chorus comes in and it's got really cool chops. So I'm like, all right, we're just gonna play this one all the way out. So really cool.
Always the sign of a good song when you don't know when to press pause, and it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And also someone in the comments said like it's got to be so cool like hearing the interpretations of your song, and honestly it is. And I've done quite a few like remix contests in the past, and this one has by far like the caliber of talent that like came through like has been incredible. So thank you all for participating, first of all. Like crazy to us that so many people submitted, and also literally there's so many insanely good ones.
Yeah, cool. So all right, I think we probably have about 10 minutes more of playing them, and then we'll get into announcing winners and Fadr announcements. So we can do maybe a rapid fire round here. So we have another rock one. So we have another person doing something really cool like that, and take it away, Bjark Brokaj, not from Sweden. I'm sorry if I butchered that.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you could paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Yeah, very cool. And Bjarka, first of all, am I pronouncing that right, Bjarka? And second of all, he's in the chat. So the other thing we want to know is, what in this song did you record live versus is it like addictive drums or did you play all these instruments? So you let us know, and yeah. In the meantime, what were you guys' thoughts?
I really like between like the two rock ones, I was so back and forth about like, did I like this one better? Did I like the one we just played before better? And they were both really good. I personally liked this one better because I just thought this one was just like so it was just like smooth. I can't explain it. It just like all flowed really nicely, and the feel of it, the timing of it all, it just captivated me a little bit. And I also like the sounds they picked and everything was just like very good meshing with the vocals.
Yeah, really, I agree, and it was definitely on the chiller side than the other one. I thought, yeah, some of the sounds were really good. Definitely, this one had a clean mix. This one had a really like professional. And you can hear everything. It's not over processed and muddy. Um, but compared to the other rock one, when the chorus hit, it did fall a little flat. And it's one thing to make a chill track, but if you give it a build up, you know, you're gonna have to hit some kind of energy there after the build up, or else it's gonna be pulling you in two ways. Fabio, you're
Especially
smiling.
if you're doing that feedback sound from the amp that you hear right before the chorus. I'm like, oh, this is about to slap, and then it kind of was slightly underwhelming because I was expecting that level of distortion that you would expect from a guitar when you hear that amount of feedback through an amp. And I don't know if I'm feeling slightly biased here because we heard the other one just before. If you played them the other way around, would that have actually changed like the perception
Right.
of the record? But I'm going with Gabriel on this one. I do think that there was room for a harder hitting and more distorted chorus again, just to create a little more contrast too.
Right. I heard exactly what you heard. I heard that feedback sound and I was like, okay, so it's gonna go up 3 notches, and then it went up like half a notch. So it was cool. It was cool. Um, moving ahead, we wanted to try and play a wide range of genres, but if you looked at what we got, just we got the most EDM, so we're gonna have to take it back here and some because a lot of these are really really well executed, and a few of them are unique flavors of EDM. So I wanted to do some display of unique flavors of EDM. So here's Johnson, and I won't even name the genre. I'll just let you guys figure it out.
Sometimes I stay sad too. First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage. Stranger, you don't know. You paint my thoughts like you wish you could paint the whole deck down. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. Sometimes I stay sad too.
Yeah, so thank you, Johnson. Really cool. I had to play the funk one. Definitely sounded like it was ready to be a TikTok sound. But yeah, it was really cool. I think it took a bit too long to get to the drop. The build up got a little bit just a little bit flat. But when the drop hit and the way that the end of the vocals went into the drop was really cool, I think.
Yeah, I loved the introduction of like the melody from the drop, and like I thought that was like a really cool way to bridge it over. So that I really liked, and again, like I really liked the use of like the vocals and how you use the vocal chops and you use that to connect the vibe. So I thought it was really good too.
Yeah, I agree with Gabriel. I think the drop took a little too long. Again, you could probably start with 4 bars of the drop in a slightly filtered way, just to let the listener know what's going on, and then that breakdown wouldn't feel as long, because you would kind of, you're anticipating what's about to
Yeah.
come.
I agree. And I noticed a lot of people when it first started playing, like, oh, this is going to be a good one, this is going to be a good one. And then it died off before it got to the drop. So if you just cut this part in half, and then you cut this part in half, and then we're getting to the drop here, even though we have heard this different variety you have, be really cool. All right. Prima Music, thank you for submitting. Here's your remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
And I'm gonna skip ahead. If I remember correctly, I think this one drops harder. But I'm just gonna skip since we're on the speed round. So, not to sound like a broken record, but that one needed to get to the drop a lot faster, because the drop was the best part by far. And when I got to the drop, I was like, this is such a cool drop, but the part before the drop wasn't doing it for me. Where were you guys?
I definitely think, because this is a remix contest, and whenever you all are doing, like I said this before, but maybe someone came in later, whenever you're doing remix contests, you need to lead with your best stuff. You need to think of it as an audition. A lot of the times, there's some remix contests that get 10,000 submissions, and they're really just listening to the first minute or the first 30 seconds, and if you don't pull them in, you're gonna get next. So I think the first 30 seconds needs to be the highlight. And I know we as musicians want to build up to it, but I do think you need to get stronger, lead stronger with that. So yeah, when I first heard it, it wasn't that I wasn't super impressed, because it sounded good and I liked the chords that you picked with it, but it wasn't a top one. And then as we got to it, I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. Again, though, with drops, with remix contests, I also think you need to connect the song to it. If it's just a drop on its own, it's because it's you again, you're supporting the artist. It's not you're the artist. It's different if it's Zed or they're the artist and they throw a singer on it. But if you're remixing another singer's or another artist's track, I do think you should incorporate that in the drop, even if it's just one line, "You hate me," and then goes right back into it, right? Needs to be some sort of storytelling of that. It's not just you going off on your own tangent. So that's another thing. I kept waiting for that. It could have been just so slight, but something to connect the dots.
Yeah, that's true. Once the drop hit, it didn't tie back in any way. Yeah.
But the drop was really cool.
It was
definitely
worth
one of the
playing,
coolest drops we've heard in the whole contest.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we're at 3:52. It's time to announce some winners. I know you all have been just sitting on the edge of your seats, but at least we've been playing your music. We could have been sitting in silence, which would have sucked way worse.
Did we play all the winning tracks?
I tried to save tracks. So the winners, I accidentally played one of the winners, but the other two winners haven't been played yet. So we're gonna start off with the two prizes that aren't first, second, and third. Our fan raffle awarded to a random person who entered or liked, totally random, and then it's just a raffle. And then we have an award for the most liked remix, so we're going to give those out. and each of those people will be winning $500. So $500 for our fan raffle goes to IDYU Music, who won for submitting this. And yeah, we're gonna be in touch with you. You won $500, and we really appreciate you for supporting and for liking remixes and for entering. And you also had a dope remix, so that's coincidental, but you had a dope remix. So congratulations. Now, moving on, we're giving away another $500 for the most liked in the community, someone who is helping us push Fadr the hardest. And to win that, I'll switch this knob to trending, and whoever has the most likes at the end of this, at this moment, will be our winner. So it looks like it will be going to Michael Kazmi. So Mikhail Kazmi, congratulations. You scored the most likes, and you will also be winning $500. We'll be in contact with you. And you know what? We haven't played their remix, so let's hear what they submitted.
You wish you could paint the whole town, but honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Believe for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name.
So yeah, looks like he went with a bit more of a hip hop vibe. Thank you to Mikhail Kazmi for reaching out to your network and making that happen. So now the moment you guys have all been waiting for, we're gonna announce the third, second, then first winners. And starting off third place, we're giving away $250 to LXM LabX Music. Thank you so much for submitting. Really cool remix. Honestly, we find most of the time that the winners are slept on. This remix was slept on. And we're definitely going to play it here. This is one of the ones that I haven't played yet. And I think I saw you in chat, so give us a thumbs up if you're in chat. Let's listen to the remix and give you our comments.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too.
So we're seeing some we're seeing some great comments. One comment, tasty, I think captures it. What were you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, the bass line is what, like the slap bass that like really that got me. I really liked that. Are you here?
Yeah, I saw him. I'm pretty sure I saw him in chat earlier. I really hope you're still here. I really want to know what is real and what is a VST. If that bass was played real, like, let's start a band. But if not,
I feel like I think it has to be real. I haven't heard any really good slap VSTs personally, like slap bass VSTs. Have you?
there's some contact libraries, I think, but nothing that funky. Because that's also it. Also is about. It's not just about like the sound, but you have to get the groove right, and you don't want the notes to be right on the grid and stuff. So. If not, or at the very least, maybe he played it in a MIDI keyboard. I know that's how they played like the Seinfeld intro, so it's possible. But
oh, really?
Yeah, but that was cool. And honestly, my favorite part though were like the breaks where there were synth solos. Like those really sound played live, and that got me excited.
Yeah,
and the strings too.
The whole production was like that was insane. When I heard it, I was like, whoa.
Cool.
I'm trying to look through the comments to see if they're here.
He must have had to go. That's so sad, but we'll be in contact with him. We'll make sure he gets his 250. Thank you so much for submitting that. And in second place, drum roll and suspense, please. We have Axel Star's Rock remix. I'm sorry, Axel Star.
Yeah.
I meant to. I tried not to play the remixes. I like to save the ones that won, but we've heard this one. Maybe we'll just do the last little bit here as a recap. But there's nothing more to be said about this one. It's all been said.
Me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me
You picked the
too.
slowest
You're a
part.
sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. You hate me.
Very
Up the
cool.
vocal through the distorted amp sound at the end to match the guitars. Genius.
Yeah, very cool. And we actually have some information from the creator that it was live guitar. I'm looking through the Fadr comments, and he's running through an amp sim, or just a digital amp, I believe, Line 6 Helix. And yeah, very cool. Very cool. So congratulations, Axel Star. You're going to be winning $500. And we have the winner of $1,000, our first place winner.
Drum roll.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. Huge congratulations to our first place winner, Colt Hill Music. This one, when I first heard it, like, the level of, like, songwriting, production, arrangement, and the quality, it was, like, Spotify ready. And I think I'm biased to the ones that kind of have, like, the really clean polish on them. And this one just got me in that way. So without further ado, congratulations, Colt Hill. Let's hear your remix.
First off, it takes a lot of nerve to sabotage a stranger you don't know. You paint my flaws like you wish you can paint the whole dang town. But honestly, I'm starting to think you're obsessed with me. Bullying for you comes naturally. You get so annoyed whenever you hear my name. You hate me, I get it. Sometimes I hate me too. You're a sad one, I get it. Sometimes I stay sad too. Are you lonely?
So
Huge.
yeah, that one, what I like when I listened to that one, what came to me was like, it sounds like it could be the original.
It was just very clean, and it took the original vibes of like what I was doing and then just built on it, right? And he's obviously like a super talented producer, and I've been producing 3 years, so it's not hard to make it better than mine, but that was really, really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, like, I'm such a big sucker for like the space. If you allow space for the vocals, a lot of producers and instrumentalists kind of miss that point, but it's really all part of the storytelling of the song. So I thought they did a really good job with that.
Yeah.
Again, it's that blend, that production and vocal synergy. You can't fake it. It's just something that has to feel organic, like you're listening to a complete record. And Gabriel, that's probably why you felt most attached, is because you want, sometimes especially when it's a remix, you're kind of listening with a slightly more critical ear. And what I think makes a great record is when you're accepting it rather than questioning it, and just enjoying the experience. So Colt Hill, you absolutely smashed it there.
Yeah, all the things we touched on these people's other remixes who were kind of going to the crazy heights was like, yes, you had a crazy drop, but you need to make the arrangement make sense. Yes, you had a cool track, but the vocals didn't tie in. But like all the fundamentals were here. Like you started off with something that caught your attention, and then had drums going even in the beginning part. But even when it got to the drop, it still went up a notch. So yeah, but I have to say, not to discount you, Cold Hill, it was so hard to pick.
Exactly, like,
to pick. Yeah.
a lot of people are commenting, like, are you serious? This is the winner. And it's like, there were so many good ones. Like, in the future, I'm almost like we shouldn't even do like a first place, second place, third place. It should be just like categories, kind of like the Academy Awards or something like that, because
Honestly,
they were
yeah.
all they were all so different, and like um it was like there wasn't even one that like it was so hard to pick. Like we just kind of had to like pick one, but like it was so hard. Like there were so many good ones, and yeah, it was incredible. Like you guys really brought the talent, and I also think in the future we should maybe do a few more of these streams so we can play more songs, because like I wish we had at least another 2 hours to play some more songs that were all so good.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. For Fader News, we are celebrating our anniversary. We used to be called Song of Stems. If anyone remembers Song of Stems, you're an OG. DM me because I want to know if you're hanging out with us right now and you knew it when it was called Song of Stems. Around a year ago, we conceived the idea of Fader and we took everything to the next level. We made the remix page. And ever since then, we haven't looked back. You guys have been the best. We've just absolutely skyrocketed. We've grown by like 250,000 users or something in the past year. And it couldn't happen without you guys. So to celebrate, we're announcing our anniversary sale with the promo code Happy Birthday in all caps, no spaces. And you'll get 50% off of the annual plan if you want to upgrade to Fader Plus. If you do so, you'll get a ton of cool shit, in my opinion. Like individual drum stems, our VST plugin, wave downloads, and lots of other cool stuff. So make it happen. Help us celebrate our birthday. If what we're asking for our birthday is subscriptions. So
Yeah.
and we thank you guys so much. There will be
Yeah, and
another remix contest.
also like big shout out to like Gabe and Robert for making this incredible platform. They built it from start to finish on their own, and they are committed to the community, to making music creation more accessible to more people, and they are super revolutionaries. They're gonna change the freaking game. So for those of you that are here from like my audience, like don't sleep on Fader. These are like two of the most talented, most innovative people that I have gotten the pleasure to work with. So seriously, like so impressed with them.
Yeah, and thank
We
you to our
should-
judges. Thank you to Sabrina for being our killer Instagram person, and thank you Fabio for being a longtime collaborator and for being a judge. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. And I want to say, thank you, Sabrina, for providing everyone with these amazing vocals to work with. So a round of
Oh, yeah.
applause to the vocalist.
I forgot the
Let's
artist
go.
is here. Yeah, thank you to the
Yeah,
artist.
and we want to do more remix contests in the future, and we're thinking of like having a way for you guys to submit tracks. So if you are an artist tuning in, or we're starting, like send us DMs in the future, or send us DMs if you're coming out with a song and stuff like that, because we want to figure out more ways that we can have other songs be remixed. So something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say just two things. One, stay tuned that this month we're going to have a lot of new, like groundbreaking features being introduced on Fader. And then another thing I just want to say, like compared to our last live stream for the remix competition, this one went way better in terms of like our production and stuff. And so hopefully we can just keep up the quality for you guys and maybe even step it up next time.
Yeah, this one was a miracle. Who knows? Maybe we could do. I think if we did one in person, we could get everyone seeing the comments, no kinds of delays. That could be cool. So, yeah. Well, before I end this stream, just know we'll be back. There will be another contest. There will be more money. So, thank you guys for entering.
Announced soon, yeah.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you.